Is the trader next door. It's been a long time since I posted a video, but I thought that it will be like there's always a good time to start again. So I have created this video just to show you the positions that I have right now for my um, November expiry, which is next week, and today is November 19th. Um, which is a Saturday. So these are my overnight positions or positions that I'm holding for the weekend, and I only trade in Nifty right now and no other instrument. So so I just thought I'll show you what my positions are and just create a small video for it. So on Friday, which was yesterday, Nifty closed at 18,307, and these are what my positions are. So yeah, basically as I'm into more or less option selling, but only positional option selling. I don't do any intraday option option selling, or I don't trade intraday. It's only positional in any kind of market. That's what I do right now, and I have been doing that for the last few years. um, I put in these trades on Thursday, made some adjustments on Friday, booked some profit, but this is the way it stands. So, and I'll kind of try and explain some logic as to why I have these trades. So, I have, the range that I'm looking at for the next week is anything between 17,900 to 18,700. And, uh, yeah, and to hedge, the positions that I've sold. So, these are what I have sold, right? 17,900 puts and 18,700 call. And to hedge, some of those positions that I've sold, I have on the downside, I have sold, I bought 18,200 put, 18,100 put, 18,050 put, 18,000 put. So it may look very small as an hedge, but it is also because of the fact that I'm confident that it may not cross that position. And even if it crosses, or if it is kind of putting anything, um, putting any of my sold options in danger, then I have enough, um, in a way, in terms of adjustments come into the picture, and I have enough to do that I can kind of save that position from happening, unless and until, if of course, if anything becomes in the money. So my thumb rule is that I only get out of a position that I have if it becomes in the money very early on in the week, which I don't see happening next week. So we just say Nifty is at 18,300. The way US market closed on Friday, I don't see a huge gap up. Maybe it will gather momentum later, depending on the news that comes in. But I don't see it in it crossing 18,700. But of course, it's the market; anything can happen. But you just need to speculate and be in the market and react to what's happening. And then I've also sold 1900 quantity of 18,800 call. This, I would say, I was kind of caught up. I was caught unawares in this because of the upside that happened on Friday towards the end of the day. Because पहले market नीचे गिर रहा था, तो I was in fact at 17,950 put पे, and then it was falling majority of the day. It was on the downside, and suddenly the news came, and when it went up, I think the news was something around Russia willing to talk to US or something. And I was not even watching the news, and suddenly it started spiking. So made some adjustments. But when it was falling, because the premiums are so low these days, because of the VIX being what 14.39, or it's only falling. So I was in the next week's call position to collect more premium. So that kind of went into negative, but it's still manageable. It is not. So to have a minor hedge for this, also I bought this call of 18,700. Um, and yeah, and these what you see here 400, or it's only to get the margin benefit, nothing else. So yeah, so this is how it stands. So how do I analyze? What I try to typically do is that if the position is closing on on a Friday, what I typically try to do is that if on Monday, um, so this is the range. So anything, as long as Nifty stays within that range, this is primarily because it shows a smaller range on the upside, because I have sold um a call for 1st December, but if I change that, this is the range that I'm actually looking at for next week. And अगर वो call side पे loss भी आता है कोई बात नहीं, I have time to adjust. So this is what it shows here, that anything between 17,878 or 18,700, as long as Nifty stays there, I'll make a profit. And right now probability is 92%, but that's just an indication, not a surety. So now, if I look at the way I see it is my funda of holding a position on Saturdays or over the weekend, which I normally do. I don't recall the last time when I did not have a position over the weekend. Which a lot of people actually discourage, and rightly so, to each to his own. But I prefer having a position over the weekend for some reason. And on because, but if I am doing that, I also need to be cognizant of the fact that I need to protect my position to some extent if there's a gap up or a gap down because of any news. Otherwise, if those black swan events and anything, they can happen, they will happen eventually. But I'm not one of those who will kind of um, keep thinking about that and not trade. So here is the way I look at it. So 18,307 where it closed. So if it goes by even 1% up, I'm still in a profit, and that's fine. So even if it goes to 18,500 on Monday, that's fine by me, because the way I see it is my overall position is in profit, and even if it goes down by 1%, it's still a minor loss. So which, you know, basically, let's say, look at this. So let's say it's in a profit. Now the other way I also look at it is कि overall position चलो वो एक चीज़ है, because the way I see it is my expiry, like the expiry is till Thursday, so I am in the game till Thursday. So I want to survive until Thursday, not make as much money before Thursday, but I want to survive until Thursday, because Wednesday and Thursday is when you make the maximum money when it comes to expiry, especially into positional trading. And Friday, Monday, Tuesday is more about just staying in the game, making minor adjustments, changes, because slowly the market is showing you a direction in which it could go, which is not really clear on a Friday or even on Thursday when I go into these positions the previous Thursday, clue towards the close. So the way I see it is, so let's say the market goes up, like if it goes up by 1% or 0.5 or 1%. So I just close everything out here, and then I just look at, okay, what's the put going to give me? So put is still giving me a profit. So what I'll do is I'll book the profit in whatever I'm getting in put, and then decide, okay, where do I want to go and switch my position to 17,900 के ऊपर आ जाऊँ, like 18,000 पे, 18,050 पे, depending on how big the move has been on that day. Or if the premium is too low, maybe go to the next week on the put side and maybe sell a 17,700 put of December 1st or something, because I already have a calls hold here, because of course अगर market Monday को ऊपर जाएगा तो यहाँ पे भी loss में ही होगा. So I'll just keep on, and this is exactly what I do on each of the days before Thursday comes in. And the flip side to it, अगर uh, if the market falls by 1%, say, even if it falls by 1%, that's normally the deviation. So उस साइड में क्या होगा, उसमें कुल कॉल प्रॉफिट में होगा, तो मैं कॉल साइड से प्रॉफिट बुक कर लूँगा. सो दिस कॉल विल गिव मी अ प्रॉफिट and this call will give me a profit. So I will book that profit and again make adjustments. Even though put is in loss, I'm not really scared, because I'm still, as long as I'm in the money, not in the money, I'm out of the money, I will keep holding to that position till the time it goes in the money. That's my idea. I don't have any stop losses set up in my positions. मैं वैसा कुछ नहीं करता हूँ. Basically I trust the range that I have chosen, and I go by that. So let's say even if the market closes anywhere where it is today or anywhere in the range, which is highly likely, this overall position will be in profit. So, but and that's not what I'm focused on. Like, money is a byproduct of the, I'm just focused on the process that I follow, and I'll just continue to make adjustments. And then Thursday is my opportunity, like Wednesday, Thursday is my opportunity to make the most of where my position stands. And my idea is to stay out of the money by Wednesday end of day as well, and at least 200 points odd away, or 250 points downside on the downside, and about 200 points on the upside when Wednesday closes. And normally I'm able to do that with the positions the way I start. Like, start with a very huge range, which you can say is very defensive, very safe, but nothing is safe. But you still got to be you still got to choose a position which makes you feel very comfortable in holding that, especially when you're holding weekend positions, right? So, yeah, so that's pretty much it. And that's how I see this with the range that I have is anything between 17,900 to 18,700, even though it's only 400 points on the upside. But the way the market has always, because considering 18,600 something is the Nifty all time high, I see some resistance even if it goes up, people booking profit. Very similar to what we saw last week. Everybody was saying ki, Nifty will touch its all time high just like Bank Nifty did, etc. But it did not happen for whatever reason. So next week अब देखते हैं क्या होता है और उसके हिसाब से I'll continue just trading and making these adjustments. I'm also on Twitter, so I do post my trades there, even though I'm not able to be much on social media these days, but I still try to post my trades there. I will have the link of Twitter in the description, so you can join me on Twitter as well because that's where I'm most active. Um, and yeah, and continue to follow my trades. If you feel it's beneficial, please comment, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask as well. All right, thank you.